Good morning, Riverside. My name is Mark Yim, and I've been a member of the church since 2004. I remember walking into this breathtaking space and listening to Reverend Forbes preach. I knew within 5 minutes that this was the place for me. I started in the back of the nave, actually way back there in the second balcony. And over the years, I've slowly moved forward. These days, I sit with my husband, Peter, and our 14-year-old daughter, Emmy, right about there at the Yamaha digital sound controller and our amazing sound engineer, Akira, who, by the way, we don't really acknowledge as much as we should. So, Akira, raise your hand. It's pretty amazing. Akira, you don't know this, but I sort of look at you, and you look like the Wizard of Oz there, moving your toggles and pushing your buttons, and one Deus Ex Machina coming up. So anyway, as I've moved up the nave over these past 20-odd years, I like to say that I've been inching closer and closer to God. Meanwhile, I've taught adult Bible classes and participated in the Monday evening prayer group. I volunteered with Peter at the Riverside Church Library and book sale, both of which sadly are no longer with us. In 2006, I was baptized at Riverside. And most recently, I've had the great honor and privilege of serving on the Senior Minister Search Committee. Yes, thank you. One thing I'm particularly grateful for at Riverside is the church's commitment to families. Emmy grew up here, first in the nursery before she could even walk, with Miss Sharon and Miss Lisa, and then in the little kids class with Miss Cheryl and Miss Sharon, and then the big kids class with Miss Alexa and Miss Pat. And of course, there's Mr. Matt, her choir director, and many others. About a year ago, as Sunday school was tentatively returning to in-person classes, I asked Emmy if she'd like to go. She mumbled something non-committal, as only a teenager can do. But I persisted. You might see your friends, Rennie and Emmy. These were her friends from nursery school. After nagging her for a while, I was just about to throw in the towel when she looked up at me and said, "Dad, I don't believe in God." There's an expression that goes something like, "My heart leapt into my throat." I've always wondered about that. Well, I understood it then. My heart leapt into my throat. For one, what was I going to say to Miss Alexa? To my surprise, the feeling quickly passed because I realized two things. First, when looking at Emmy, I saw me. Different gender, different era. In my case, that was the 1970s. But definitely me at that age to a T, unbelief and all. And second, and even more importantly, I knew I was at Riverside. You see, Riverside is a place where it's okay to question. It's okay to doubt, and yes, to even not believe. And I'll go even further. Riverside demands that we question. It demands that we wrestle with God. Why is there injustice? What hidden structures are working against us, and why? Who is my friend? What is required of me? There are no guarantees, of course, but maybe, just maybe, along the way in this crazy mix of doubt and wonder, we might eventually find God. I know I did. So at the end of that teenage confrontation, I actually found myself full of hope. And I told myself, yes, she's in the right place. She's at Riverside. And this is why I give. For everyone worshiping with us today, we invite you to give through our website at trcnyc.org/give, or text TRCNYC-GIVE to the number 833-833-4035 to give from your phone, or scan the QR code on your screen or in your bulletin. Thank you.